Hello and welcome to Talk NYCFC, and today we're going to be doing the same thing as I did last week. We're going to be doing a little bit of a 2-1, where we recap the Seattle Sounders game in the midweek, and we preview the Real Salt Lake game that will happen tomorrow. So, starting with the Seattle game in Champions League, it was a very good performance from the citizens in the second half. Extremely dominant over Seattle. Fantastic performance. Stefan Fry unfortunately stood on his head. If he wasn't in goal, NYCFC could have easily turned the tie around. They could have won the game 6-1, 7-1 if it wasn't for Stefan Fry and the amount of chances that NYCFC created in the second half. The positive thing is that we didn't lose. We finally broke the streak of losing uh, a lot of games. It was a 1-1 draw at the end of the game at Red Bull Arena. Um, Only really 4,500 people showed up to the game. You know, it's on a Wednesday. It's a 9 p.m. kickoff Eastern, and it's in New Jersey, so not a lot of people went. And we were already 3-1 down from the first leg, so not really a lot of hope. Um, I did get my score prediction right. I did say it was going to be a 1-1 draw, and it ended 1-1. Raul Ruidiaz in the first half, he scored the crucial away goal, the goal that basically sealed the deal. That had Seattle comfortably into the final. They'll be now playing Pumas Unam in the final of the Champions League. And in the second half, that's when really things went our way. And Santiago Rodriguez in the 51st minute, he scored the equalizing goal. Fantastic little dummy from Tati Castellanos after a pass from Thiago Andrade found its way into the penalty box. Just a fantastic dummy from Castellanos. That's the things he could do that makes him absolutely great. And we'll definitely miss him when we eventually sell him on, whether it be in the summer or at the end of the season. We're definitely going to miss some of the qualities Tate Castellanos brings to the team. And Seattle just played like absolute time wasters. I get that they just had to waste time and they'd be in the final, but some of the things they did was absolutely scummy, and the referee was really poor again. Um, he would just call fouls in favor of Seattle throughout the whole game, especially in that first half. Um, it was, it's just CONCACAF refing. What can you do? But the game ended 1-1. Good performance from the boys in the second half. Unlucky not to advance to the final, or not unlucky not even to get penalties either. I think if we would have gotten penalties, NYCFC would be in the final. NYCFC would have beaten Seattle in a penalty shootout had it gone to a penalty shootout. But anyways, that's the recap for the second leg of the Seattle game. Now we're going to be doing the preview for the Real Salt Lake game, which means we're finally coming back to Yankee Stadium after a while on Easter Sunday. So at 1 p.m. kickoff at Yankee Stadium, Real Salt Lake. They just came off a 2-2 draw against Toronto FC at home. Um, I didn't watch the game, but from what I heard, they played really well at home. They were unlucky not to win that game. Real Salt Lake. They're a good team. We've historically struggled against them. We've lost 4 out of the 5 games that we played against Real Salt Lake in our history. The only win came in 2018 at Yankee Stadium with a 4-0 win. It was in the midweek as well on a Wednesday night at Yankee Stadium. It was a 4-0 win. And the boys in blue are looking to repeat that 4-0 win here at Yankee Stadium against RSL. And I do believe that this is the game that NYCFC season finally gets back on track. I do believe this is the game that the boys finally bounce back from all the defeats, from the elimination of the Champions League semifinal. I do believe that this is finally the game that we can see the NYCFC of old come into life. We've only won 1 game this season. That was at Yankee Stadium. That was a 4-1 win against Montreal. And I do believe NYCFC are going to repeat that sort of performance against Montreal at Yankee Stadium against Real Salt Lake tomorrow afternoon. I do believe that NYCFC have enough. I'm going to say it's going to be a 3-1 NYCFC win tomorrow. I do believe this is finally the game Tati Castellanos gets on the score sheet in an MLS match. Hasn't scored in a while. Hasn't scored since the second leg against Comunicaciones in the Champions League. So it's been a while since he scored a goal. Um, it's been a tough stretch for the team, having to balance out Champions League and MLS and all the travel and whatnot. But you know what? CCL's finally over. We can finally put that to a side, and we can finally just focus on the league for a while until we have the U.S. Open Cup, which will start, I believe, either in May or June for us. But we can finally just focus on the MLS regular season. We don't have to worry about no midweek games. We don't have to worry about traveling within the continent. We don't have to worry about going to Central America or anything like that. We can finally just focus on the league, which is a good thing. We have 6 home games in a row: 3 at Yankee Stadium, 3 at Citi Field. This is one of the 3 at Yankee Stadium. Next week, we'll be facing Toronto FC at Citi Field. So I do believe this is finally the stretch. You're going to see NYCFC come back into life, um, considering they're really good at home. Well, at Yankee Stadium, they haven't won yet at Citi Field. They've played 2 games there. They've drawn once and lost once, and one of them was to Toronto in the playoffs in 2019. So, but I still do believe that NYCFC, this team has a lot of quality. This team was just tired. We could see a little bit of a sluggish performance out there tomorrow afternoon, but from what I saw in the second half, that's enough for me to say this team is going to bounce back in big ways at this 6 game stretch. Um, NYCFC are really good at home. They're a fantastic home team. They're really difficult to beat at home. Only one loss at Yankee Stadium last season. Granted, only half the games were played there, but only one loss at Yankee Stadium last season. Um, they barely lose any home games. They've only lost about like 6 or 7 games at Yankee Stadium since the start of the 2017 season. Um, and they've won like 70% of the games that they played at Yankee Stadium, which is absolutely great. It's phenomenal. It's probably one of the best home records in the league ever since 2017. So that's enough for me to back the boys in blue 3-1. I do believe Ronnie and the boys are finally gonna rally up and get a win in the regular season. Um, but that's going to be it for this video, guys. If you're an NYCFC fan, please consider subscribing to the channel. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, as it will help me grow in the algorithm as I try to grow this channel every day. Um, so, yeah, I know tomorrow's Easter. Happy Easter to everybody that celebrates it, and just have a good day with family and whatnot. Just go out and spend the lovely weather that New York is finally having. Uh, so yeah, enjoy the game tomorrow. Do let me know in the comment section below how do you see this game going, and I will see you guys on Monday for the review for the Real Salt Lake game. All right, guys, take care and peace.